my co-host, and you know her very well, Miss Kelly Shin, and she had nothing but great things to say about. She said, "I love her. She's so cool." And I was like, I could just tell that you got like one of those. You one of those people that just got positive energy when you walk in the room.
Thank you. Yes, I love Kelly. Thank you. Am I allowed to smoke on this podcast?
Yes, yes, it's a
Okay.
smoking lounge. You're allowed to cuss and everything else. Oh, she told me about the bong. She told me about the bong. So lucky for you that my weed man ain't coming to late. I be smoking with you.
Yeah, I have a few bongs, and I do dabs, and then I even have penis shaped bongs and everything. So I like to smoke out of bongs, because like a lot of paper will make me
Mm-hmm.
cough. But yeah, I cough anyway because I used to be a cigarette smoker. So
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow will be 8 years since I quit
Well,
smoking cigarettes.
congratulations out there,
Thank
Phoenix.
you.
You
That was
still
so
do it.
hard.
Wait a second. Wait a second. So, have you done a video with the dick bong yet?
I do videos like I do have videos of me just like smoking out of it and stuff, or smoking out of it with my boobs out or something like that I'll put. And like sometimes I'll put that on Twitter. And you know what's funny is I was just thinking today, I was just thinking because I'm wearing orange today, which I never
Mhm.
wear. I was thinking I should do a video tomorrow for Halloween with my penis bongs because I haven't in so long.
I think that would be cool because I mean, it seems like everybody, mama, has been gearing up for Halloween scenes, which
Mhm.
you was just at a content house, the Spooktacular.
Yes, yeah, that was fun.
Oh my God. Yeah, 'cause I was taking a look at like all the stuff that everybody was doing, what have you, and everything. And man, it was like it felt like, yeah, I tell people this, Mr. Nuts give you the feel of a professional Hollywood studio,
Yeah.
period, by the way he shoots everything. So how was it working in the content house?
I love working with Mr. Nuts. He's like one of my favorite people. Like when I worked with him in July, I just like we clicked. So I really like working with him and shooting with him. So I didn't get much scenes. Um, there wasn't a lot. I think there was like a shortage of cameramen or something because
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes we had to reschedule scenes, and so there was a lot of people though. So like everyone's trying to get their content in. Sometimes it takes multiple, there's multiple performers that need to
Yeah.
need their attention over here. And so I got to just mingle and smoke a lot of weed, but I did do two scenes
Mm-hmm.
with Mr. Nuts. I did my first threesome with two men, and it
Mm-hmm.
was him and Mr. Sticks. And we had kind of like I played the devil, and
Mm-hmm.
him and Mr. And I have to say this about Kelly. I love acting with her.
Mm-hmm.
Her and I do well together. So she doesn't really like do sexual stuff with women, and I really don't either. And so it's good, but she's made two cameos in two of my scenes, and it's great. Like our acting together is great. And so because we both have a good ability to play bitches. And
Yeah.
so I was the devil and she was the angel coming to visit from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Sticks and Mr. Nuts got sent down to hell. And I was like, you guys couldn't fuck on earth, so show me if you can fuck in hell and I'll let you go to heaven. And so Kelly's
See, that's what I like about Mr. Nuts and them because, like I said before, and I've been saying this on many shows, porn has lost its storytelling in many ways.
yeah,
And to me, that's where porn originally came from. Because you can't tell taboo without telling a story,
yeah.
period. And I hate when people just do just straight fuck scenes because they become same fuck scene, different day, different dude. You know,
And it's good. I think
fundamentally.
it's I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead, babe, go
No,
ahead.
no. I was just gonna say, I think it's good to have like some Gonzo in there. But I
Yeah,
love when we can be creative and we can come up with things. Yes, you're gonna see us fuck anyway. Why not?
yeah,
Get to see our sense of humor, get to see how creative we are. Kelly and I both have been to college. We're both intelligent women. You
yeah,
know, we have a brain in here, and so it's nice to be able to show our creativity. And she's great with makeup. She does great things. And so that's like my favorite part about doing. I love the sex, but I think my favorite part too is just acting and be like we
that was
can
my
be
part.
funny. Hmm.
Mhm. That was my part. That what I loved the most was
Yeah.
making a scene, and the fans really dig the scene. Period. Even to the point where they were talking about the lead up, the role, the lead up or the skit leading into the scene, just as much as they were talking about the scene.
Yeah. And I like that I can use my sense of humor and show how funny I am. And so, I love doing that. And even there was a couple times where Mr. Nuts would break character and just start laughing because I said I would say something funny. And we did have and I just had to make a joke out of it. There was this lube. I'm gonna post a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like putting jalapeno oil on my puss. It burned me, and like I had to cut the scene and go and run. I ran into the bathroom. People were like, "What the fuck?" I ran into the bathroom and just started putting cold water on me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey, we're really in hell, and we have the lube from hell." And so we ended up finishing the scene, but I think it traumatized Mr. Nuts more than it did me, because like the next day I wanted to do a scene with him, and I'm like, "We can try to fuck, just be gentle." And he was like, I was like, "But if I'm too sore or too sensitive from that lube yesterday, then we can just make it like a blowjob titty fuck scene." And he just like made on his own, decided to let's just do the blowjob titty fuck scene. He was like, so that's what I also love about Mr. Nuts and why he's one of my favorites. And I mean, all the men I've worked with have been really considerate of me, but I just like how in tune he is with everybody. If someone's like, one of the performers in July came to him and said, she was supposed to be doing an anal scene, and I won't say what it is, but she was supposed to be doing an anal scene and her stomach was hurting. And she was just like, "I'm having stomach issues." And like, that became his priorities, making her comfortable. What do you need? And I just like that he cares so much about us. If we're not feeling well, if we're uncomfortable, if our vagina catches on fire from some shitty, weird lube, he's just so caring to us. Like, he cares about us and our comfort level.
See, and with that being said, people, after a burning pussy, welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Captain Officer Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star, your wonderful host. And you can find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Let me tell you about 4 sponsors that we know and love. The first one being the Facebook and LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the hottest adult magazine in the game, eroticismmagazine.com. And next up, the new home of the Premium Smoke Room. And for your content creators, 90% profit, no hashtag issues. You don't have to worry about getting booted off. I'm talking about none other than excitebunny.com. And last but not least, award-winning, award-nominated. We're talking about voiceover with smut, as well as a virtual reality side of their website. Go get a subscription from Blush Erotica, blusherotica.com, that is. Proud member of the Black, I always get tied up when I say it. Proud member of the Black podcasting community of Shop GW District. So, with that being said, go over to Shop GW District and spend some money on some Black-owned businesses. Why don't you? Also, check me out in the mornings, 5 days out the week at FullySwapRadio.com. Also at SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, I'm going to sit back and let this gorgeous lady with them long legs go all the way up, sexy ass freak that won my heart just by looking at her pictures. Introduce her sexy ass. Go ahead, baby.
I am Ray West, the one and only.
See, there you go. So y'all saw the name in the back. I was loving that and stuff.
I'm actually about to buy another one.
Oh my God. But no, but I understand where nuts is coming from, because it been times when I used to bring girls for a weekend for us to shoot. And by the second scene, I always ask her how your pussy feel. Period. And sometimes as a producer, you need to sense if she has anything left. And then when you got to make the decision on, we'll pick it up tomorrow, or we're just going to do a BJ scene, period. Because one, we want you at your best, and we know we can't get your best. We either modify the scene that allow you to do it, or we just pick it up the next day.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, when I talked to Fred about it, he was so supportive. And you know what we still like did a whole acting storyline.
Yeah.
I was a nurse and he needed help
Mhm.
getting an erection. And Kelly was she made a cameo as her
Mhm.
character, Dr. Sperma. And so and she told me, don't be a nice nurse, be a mean nurse. And I'm like, all right, I can do that, but I was also humorous, like, look, I've been to nursing school. I know what I'm doing. I know a technique I learned that can get your dick up. And so, it just was but even though it was like a blowjob titty fuck scene, there was still like a whole story and humor and, this
That I
whole
was
build up to it.
because even to me with the blowjob scene, especially if me and her were gonna be working together for the weekend, I didn't want the first blowjob scene was just a regular blowjob. I get that. All right.
Yeah.
But the next one that we did, I wanted to have a storyline behind it because I keep saying to me that would actually separates that would one the way I came into business, our job was to help girls get work. So when we had them film, they film scenes that we know the big companies do. So even though it might be a BJ, there still was a scene that there was a skit that preceded the BJ with a lot
Yeah.
of some of the companies, period. So she can get used to doing a scene that involves role play, doing a scene that might involve script, doing a pretty girl photo shoot. And trust and believe, if you ever done those photo shoots, they're long and they're a pain in the ass. That's all
I
I'm
did
gonna
a photo shoot with Danny. Do you know
say.
Danny in Vegas? I did a photo.
Yeah.
He shot me in July, and he said that he really likes taking pictures of me and that I'm real photogenic. So I'm really comfortable with him.
Hmm.
And he really lets me be myself. And so this last time I got in a little bit of trouble though, because this house rental, we couldn't be nude outside. And so I didn't know that. And I was always violating that. And so when we were doing the photo shoot, I was like, I want to recreate the Little Kim poster.
Yeah.
But without,
Ooh.
yeah,
Iconic.
I grew up in that era, so I had to do it. And so when my long ass legs went up, I went from that pose and then I went into the pose where my legs were
Mhm.
up like this, and you could see everything. And Richard Mann's like, Ray West, no, 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 no. I was always getting in trouble for talking too loud because me and Venice were the potheads of the group, and so I was always getting in trouble.
Yeah, that's my girl Venice.
I love her. Oh my God, her
She
and
is such a
I
sweetheart.
were like two stoned peas in a pod. I love her. I need more of Venice. Like, she is
I mean, she's
awesome.
just a
And
ray of sunshine, yo. It was just
that's one of my sayings, ray of sunshine. But yeah, we had so much fun hanging out together and smoking weed, and like a couple of our scenes got pushed back and then they ended up getting canceled. And so we just kind of like, we were the stoners of the group. And so every time it was either like I was either with Kelly or Venice, or it was all three of us.
mhm.
So,
I would have been with y'all the whole time I was there. We like,
yep.
goddamn, we've been stoning. I'd be like, because I am planning that if he ever go back to Atlanta, I will try to make one of the content house so I can party in that bitch. But trust and believe, I will be around the smokers because I smoke. So
Yeah.
I'll be looking for you in Venice.
Yeah.
Hey girl, let's go.
And she's hardcore. I thought I was a hardcore smoker. She rolls 22 blunts and brought an ounce. And I was like, I brought like one of these little bags.
Good.
Because
I'm walking in that bitch with at least a quarter, no better.
well, this is a half ounce. Is this a half?
Yeah. Good.
This is called Blue Dynamite.
Mm. See,
This is
you in one of them
14
legal
grams.
states. That's why I'm in the illegal state. So mine ain't gonna be bagged up like that.
Yeah, this is delivered to me. This is a half ounce.
Damn.
But I brought like a half ounce. I brought like 10 pre-rolls. I told them, I said, guys, I'm really sorry. I had like way more pre-rolls, but I fucking smoked them all. And so I only ended up going with 10 pre-rolls instead of like 30.
Oh, I'm a smoker like that. I tell you it. Cause even to the point, like if at some point I'll probably leave the house so y'all can film. That's what I'm doing in my room. Roll up, smoke. It wouldn't surprise me if some of y'all be. I get a knock on the door, goddamn you and Vince. What you doing? I knew y'all was coming over. Come on in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my God.
you'd definitely be hanging out with us. We were just, and me and Kelly were like the health queens. We were like, we need a smoothie. And so Kelly and I made like 2 or 3 smoothie runs because we were craving fruit.
Smoothie, yeah.
So, how healthy Kelly is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've seen the workout videos.
She's gotten me working out with her. Oh my gosh, she's messaging me right now.
Then I said, hey, hi, Miss Parker. No, Kelly, I've seen her workout videos. She works out like she's still an athlete. That nigga, she be powerlifting there. I'm like, God damn.
We do. She just confirmed with me. So we exercise once a week. We started doing it 7 weeks before Spooktacular.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I'm like, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't work out. I've never worked out. I had cramps every week in PE. Like, I am horrible. I said, but I know it's good for you, and I want to, I'm getting older. I need to start. So I started working out with her on Instagram, like 15 minutes, these little 15-minute workouts just to get us ready for Spooktacular. And so I started doing it not on Wednesdays. And, now we're doing Tuesdays, but I started doing it on my own. And so now that Spooktacular is over, we want to keep it up and stay hot. And so we are working out on Tuesdays now at like 11:15 in the morning. You can watch us bend over and work out on Instagram Live. But we have to keep our nipples covered. Mine have fallen out a couple times, but so far we haven't gotten in trouble.
I need to really pay attention to y'all lives more often. I've been missing out.
It's just because I don't like wearing undergarments. And so when we're working out in our workout gear and I have, big boobs. And so they will, she says, oh, hi, Bobby. And so, yeah, so my boobs, like, but I don't think.
How big are your boobs? How big are they?
So I've been working out. So when I started porn, I had lost some weight and they were down to a 34F. But I have been working out and eating better, like eating even better than I was. And so I would say they're probably like in the double D range because like I don't even wear a bra anymore.
You have, so she has a nice pair of titties, people. Don't worry, premium smokers. We're going to get on the premium smoking so she might can show them off, But don't be she do is jiggle them in front of you. She can just jiggle them, but can't pull them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but for my premium, that's why y'all need to subscribe so y'all might can see that. But anyway, now with that being said, we got to go in the time machine. What got Miss West into porn?
Okay, so I guess it's gonna be time that I reveal my age. Okay, so I had heard about OnlyFans like right before the pandemic. Someone that I knew had started it up, and I really didn't know about it, but I noticed her Instagram following was building, and I was really curious about it. And so I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I knew I wanted to be naked, but I didn't know where, like, so I thought I'll just do Playboy style photos. And I thought, but I need a different name. And so just in case I decide to, go all the way, I need a name. And so I'm a Leo, and so is Mae West, this pinup lady actress from way back.
Classic. I know about Mae West.
Yes, and
want to come up and see me, big boy.
Yes, and she just loves her. She's sexy. She loves men, and she doesn't give a shit. She's a Leo like me, and I'm from the West Coast, and so I went with Ray, and Ray is actually really one of my names. So I figured Ray West, Mae West, a little homage to her, homage to the West Coast. I'm a California girl. I love my name. So Ray West was born. And so I got like I'll tell you something, because I've told people and it's okay that it's out, but when I had my first OnlyFans, I got approached by this porn actor and I got scared. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. His name, he asked me if I work with him. I said, I don't know if I'm ready, but thank you. It was the wonderful, sweet Jack Slayer. And
I know Jack doesn't look at your Twitter page like, this is bullshit.
I felt so bad. I just got freaked out. Like, I got freaked out because, you know, I just couldn't believe like he would really. So I don't know. And then I was like, maybe I'm not cut out for this.
I can
I
tell
went
you
through
this
this.
now from 15 years in the business. I would have hit your ass up to shoot. Stop playing. You a marketable fuck. Okay? Back.
So I like deleted everything. My Twitter, my my Fansly, my OnlyFans, everything, and I just kept my Instagram, and I just like deleted every picture and everything, and I just sat for a couple months, and I started missing taking pictures, and I thought, well, I'll just take pictures and not have an OnlyFans, but that didn't work. So I got everything signed back up, and so this year, at 41 years old, I decided to do porn. And so March 3rd, I shot my first scene. I just turned 42 in August. I'm a Leo. So I am 42, everybody. There, it's out.
Sexy at 40, baby. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I just decided like, because I didn't know when I was gonna, I didn't want to hide it. It's just that I just wanted to say it when it felt right. And I've never hit it. Like, I'm proud of my age. I think it's great. I've had friends that died in their 30s, so it's.
I say me myself. Women are we keep hearing the prime age. No, to me, women in their 40s in their prime. Because
yeah, I'm having a great time. Like, it's crazy because I'm like learning so much about my body. I had my first experience with a woman this month. Like, well, I had a little bit in July, but nothing below the waist. And like this month, we did it all. Me and Miss Mia Molotov. It
yeah,
happened.
I saw that. I was like, ooh.
It happened, and it was wonderful. So I've had a few people ask me though, does this mean you're gonna, I said, I really think I want to like focus more on just working. I like doing boy girl right now, and like having like more men and stuff, but yeah, I want to have some like girl stuff or other women stuff, but
I mean, because if you want to be technical about it, to go to the next level, you have to do boy girl for the most part, because a lot of
that's what I like.
That's their bread and butter anyway.
And I love it like that. Like, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy, like, so far the men that I've worked with have been really great. Like, like I said, I like working with Mr. Nuts. I got to work with Kyle Starr was the first person I worked with.
Okay.
I worked with Jay Black. Jay Black has become a good friend of mine. We have some stuff planned for next month or November that we want to work on. I've worked with Mysterious and Eddie J. So I've worked with some really sweet guys.
Some legends.
Yeah,
all
Boswell.
Them legendary names. Yeah.
I've gotten to work with Boswell Black. I've gotten to work with. I haven't gotten to work with Richard Mann yet, and what I told him. I said, you know what? You intimidate me. He goes, that's on you, man.
Yeah. I'm shocked that you said you haven't shot with a nigga. I'm like, damn, I thought he would be one of the first one that would have shot with your ass at that group.
He's always busy. And like, you know what? He's so nice. And he like, but I just like, I get tongue tied around him. I'm like, and so I was like, hey, Richard, because like I went to the dispensary. I had to get more weed, and I was like, I have some weed. You want some? And he's like, sure, give it here. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, do you want some of this weed chocolate? And he's like, yeah, just put it over there. So I just like split this weed with him, And I'm just like, you intimidate me, man. And he's like, that's on you.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Because he's so nice, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's just like, you know, it was weird, like how I met him. When I hit, because like I said, I just shot in March. I just started this year, and when Mr. Nuts had been like following me a little bit and kind of would like comment on some of my pictures and like my pictures and stuff. And then one day he messaged me and was like, I look forward to working with you one day. And I was like, oh my God. And so he then asked me if I would work with him. And I said, yes, I'm going to be in Vegas from I think the 16th to the 20th or something like that. And he's like, I forgot when now, but whenever the Richard Mann event was, and he goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. He goes, that's when I'm going to be in Vegas. And so he asked Richard if he could bring me to the shoot house. And I didn't know what a big deal this was yet, because I'd only been in 3-4 months. I was just like so fresh. And, but I had heard of Richard Mann and I had followed him, and, you know, he was this big figure, and, you know, like, so I didn't think, yeah. So, so I booked my Vegas trip, and I go, and I'm supposed to shoot with Porter Rock the day before I'm supposed to shoot with Mr. Nuts. Porter Rock thinks he's shooting at my condo. I'm like, no, I brought my kid and a babysitter. We're not shooting here. And I was like, I thought we were shooting at your place. And he's like, no, that's not available right now. And I'm like, and so he's like, well, aren't you going to the Richard Mann event? I'm like, well, I'm just going to shoot tomorrow and I think leave. I don't know. And so I didn't get like, well, no, because Mr. Nuts did get clearance to have me. He wanted me to stay the whole day after we shot and get to do photo shoots and hang out and meet everybody. And so I was like, I'm just going to be there tomorrow, but that's it. And so he's like, hold on. And so he texts me and he goes, well, meet me at the Richard Mann event today. I'm like, okay. And so I get the address and I go, and I'm just like, oh my God, you know, I didn't know what I was walking into, and everyone was just so nice and welcoming. And I was just like, oh my God, it was like seeing all these people that I've been following on Twitter before I even knew, you know, and they're just like in this house.
Yeah.
And some of them are naked in front of me. And I'm just like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And everyone was just really sweet and happy to meet me and stuff. And Mysterious was there, and he was smoking a blunt. And so he passed it to me, and I was like part of the crew.
See, that easy. So it's like, now, when your first shoot, the first guy you shot with, because like I said, you didn't come in as a content creator per se. And what I mean by that, so people understand, is that like you found a homeboy, you filmed. You actually came in shooting with professional grade talent. So your first shoot, let's go ahead and paint the picture. Let's talk about it, because it's your first time being in front of the camera. I'm pretty sure when you walked the door, you saw he had the setup with the lights, the cameras, and all that shit. So tell me how you was feeling. Was you nervous? You know, your first time being in front of the camera.
So I did have a not so savory experience in the beginning of February, and I was like, if something doesn't go right, I'm gonna just delete everything on March 1st.
Yeah.
And then about in the middle of February, I get a message from Kyle Starr, and he came at me way different. He didn't say, I want to fuck your feet. He was like, you know, he was like, hi, my name is Kyle Starr. My wife is Lori Lace. She's been in the industry. We are a couple that films porn and we produce. And he was very professional. And he goes, we get tested through talent testing. And, you know, we only work with people that get tested through talent testing. And so I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I didn't know that. I spent $400. I just went on quest.com and spent $400 on a panel of 9 STDs. The same thing that Clear and, yep. And so, but I didn't know what talent testing was or Clear was. So I just went on Quest, made my own profile with I put no insurance, out of pocket patient, and paid with my credit card $400 panel. And so I said, he showed me how to sign up for talent testing and how to scan everybody's codes and explain to me why it's so important about testing and stuff. And so we filmed in my place, and I played this mom, this MILF,
Mm-hmm.
that her husband's out of town, and I'm just up here with my rap music and my blunts, and I'm just getting stoned, and I'm hot, and he it's called MILF and Cookies, and that was my idea. And
Ooh,
so I
nice.
answered the door holding a plate of cookies, and
Ah!
he's eating, like, this is no joke. He's eating one of my, they're really good cookies. He's eating one of my cookies as I'm giving him a blowjob in this scene. And so it's very authentic. So that was my first scene. We ended up making it an hour-long film, 56-minute film. And he said I did a great job. He said my acting was good, that I took direction well. And so then he kind of told me about Jay Black and Mysterious, and said they were in the area, and encouraged me to maybe meet them. And then Jay actually messaged me and was like, I would love to do a scene with you where you're a nanny, like a nanny scene with you.
I've done that scene before.
And I told him, I thought, oh, I gotta tell him. And so I'm like, thank you. And I'm so, like, I said, that makes me feel so great that you think I'm young enough to be a nanny. I said, but I'm actually 41 at the time. I said, so I would be the nanny's mom, or aunt. I said, but yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
bullshit.
whoa,
I
I
would have
didn't
you
know.
as a nanny. Because you got nannies at your age.
Oh,
You get what I'm
well,
saying? You know,
he was like, he said, I thought you were way younger than that.
I thought, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought you were gonna tell me 2021. I'm just being honest.
Well, thank you. I take really good care of my skin, and I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, and I don't drink
I thought you
alcohol.
was a baby.
Well, I was in 1981, but yeah, I know it's crazy. Like, yeah, like I
Oh
see,
my
like,
goodness. So it's kind of like, so after that first shoot, what did you learn that
okay, so
carried
I
you on to the
learned
next shoot?
the importance of testing, which I, even as a civilian, I was
Mm-hmm.
always very, very responsible with my sexual health and getting tested. I would always get tested 15 days after my partner, even with like familiar partners, because I knew they weren't married and at home
Mm-hmm.
behaving. So I would always get tested. So I was very responsible anyway. But just I think early on learning to speak up and say, no, you need to show me your test. No, this is not okay. Or not being okay if I'm not comfortable with something. Um, you know, Speaking up. And so
Mm-hmm.
um, that's something that was kind of hard for me, because I tend to be kind of a softie. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I can stand up for myself, but this industry can be a little intimidating. And so, um, you know, but everyone has a voice, it's because it's their bodies so that they're using for this. So
Yeah.
and I love it because I'm making a lot of like nice friends and connections, and I'm meeting a lot because you hear horror stories, and
Yes, Lord.
and you see things online, and so far the people I've met have been so nice. Like, I love Kelly. We are like, I like doing workouts together.
See, that's why it's important to when you come into business to be around the right people
Yes.
versus just people in general. Because one ladies don't understand, because one incident can make a lady quit the business.
Mhm.
And she could have great potential, you know. So it's good to run into people. And the odds, see, here's the other part. The reason why I say you get a professional talent. Granted, yeah, there's some professional talents that are assholes. I get that. But law of averages, the chances of you having a bad experience with professional male talent is way lower than you having one with a content creator that's just in it to get some pussy.
That was my first unsavory experience. Was, I think
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, I think we got about
Firstly,
6.
part of me why I had to retire because I kept running into content creators. And even as a man, it was discouraging as fuck because I'm used to dealing with ladies that take the business serious. I'm sitting there dealing with somebody goddamn doing meth and shit. And I'm sitting there like I didn't even know she did meth. until I got around her.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
another female don't want her Twitter. She don't want to be me to post shit on Twitter. I'm sitting there like, you do know why I'm doing this, right? I'm doing this to make money. I can't make money if I don't post it. No.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
so
no meth around here. No, just weed and vitamins.
I'm
I take
saying,
a lot of vitamins. I'm into vitamins and
so now I know the one thing that you did get from shooting that first scene is how, because I know walking in, you had no idea what it took to film a scene.
no, and he came in with his equipment, turned my like I have a decent sized room, but I have a California king size bed. So it
Mm-hmm.
takes up the whole room and he was able to set up in here with his lights and his equipment and his camera and just gave me direction and told me, and he also warned me like, we'll have to do different takes of this because some platforms will not be okay with you smoking weed on
Mm-hmm.
camera. And I said, but I do all the time. He goes, solo stuff. He goes,
Yeah.
but they want to make sure you're consenting. And I'm like, but I'm okay, but I get it.
Oh
I
yeah,
get
no.
it.
I had a scene because even with Cliff the Sale, I clip up my stuff. 10 minutes a piece. If it's like a 30-minute scene, 10 minutes a piece. I had a scene where I hypnotized a girl, period. They took that down. I
Yeah.
had one scene where a girl came in the room drunk, came in the wrong room and she was drunk. They took that down.
Uh-oh. Yep.
I'm sitting there like, y'all do realize it's porn. She had to consent to this.
Right. We're
Period.
just
She's
acting.
playing a role. Yeah. It ain't like I'm a regular dude that you can't get in touch that is not verified posting a video of a girl that not even in the business.
And you're not really hypnotizing her. She's not really drunk. You're acting. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
period. It just crazy.
so he for OF we took the weed out and just
Mhm.
I think he just kind of made it where it was implied like oh
Yeah.
I smell it and stuff but you know just learning certain things that what's okay what's not okay
Yeah.
you know like
And
and everything that I've been to every scene that I shoot I walk away with something new and like this last event Spooktacular I saw Kelly filming she's really good at she's a wonderful videographer and so
mhm.
I asked Mr. Nuts I said can I watch you guys film I want to learn how to do that too I want to learn it all and so I got to sit in and
And it
watch.
makes you a better talent because when you're behind the camera, you know what to look for when you're in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, the thing about it with women, and I've been said this, men we the engineer, women, they're the train. We have to put them in position to look good. We
Yeah.
engineer, we drive the scene, even though they're the star.
Yeah.
So we have to put her in the angles. We have to angle ourselves because people don't realize, first of all, a lot of these positions are not comfortable.
No.
Let's make that clear, period. Especially if, like, I always put the example of the reverse cowgirl. Usually 9 out of 10, she's squatting, she lean back. Do you know how much effort it takes for her to be squatted for 5 minutes, leaning back so you can see the dick going in and out the pussy and
Mm-hmm.
shit? That's a lot of work.
Mr. Nuts was like, just give me 2 minutes, Ray. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. But I was a lot better. I think Kelly and I have been doing squats and I've been working out, so I think I can do better at the reverse cowgirl. But yeah, like this.
Now you see why all them porn stars, even the big girls, are hitting the gym because what we do is fucking athletic as fuck, and
It's really hard.
it takes stress, it takes a toll on the body. It does.
And it's not like that's something else I learned early on is like I always wondered and this is what kind of would scare me about getting into it is like am I going to feel the difference between like like intimate sex and work sex and
Mm-hmm.
you can totally and I was worried about that I was worried that I don't know. I was worried that I was going to lose that
Mm-hmm.
intimacy. And no.
No.
Not at all.
No.
You know.
Because what we do is work.
No,
You know
and
what
I
I'm saying?
still
I mean,
and I
don't get it
still
twisted.
yeah, and I still have intimate, nice, loving, romantic sex, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it, and it's great, you know. So
Yeah, that's one of the dumb questions that a porn star gets. Well, what's the difference between you fucking them bitches and your wife? Because I'm fucking my wife, I'm in love with her. And
it's
I'm fucking her because of a scene. Actuality, let me make this clear. The only reason why she's fucking me is because of porn. Not
yeah,
because I mapped her, I put game down, and I met her at the bar. No, it's a professional fucking setting. Some of y'all are married,
yeah,
got
yeah,
husbands at home. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And not
That's the
everybody are
thing.
swingers.
That's the thing that was also something like I learned in like early on, was like a lot of these men that I work with are have girlfriends or
Yeah.
are married, and so um I worked with Will Tile, and his girlfriend filmed it. And
Yeah.
so that was a new experience for me. But you know what broke the ice is when I saw her, she drives a Kia Soul, and
Drive a Kia Soul.
I know this is gonna sound so funny, but I went up to her and I went, "Hey, that's how we roll, Kia Soul." And she just laughed. I said, "A guy came up to me and said that to me and hit on me like that. That's what a guy came up and hit on me and said that to me." And so when I saw her Kia Soul, that's what I said to her. And we had followed each other on Twitter, but we hadn't met yet. And so when we met, that's that was like the first thing I said to her was, "That's how we roll, Kia Soul." Because
Oh,
the guy hit on me and was serious about it. He was like so serious about it.
oh my God. So people, you know what time of the show it is. Because we got to get to it. It's time of the show where the pushes go dry and the dicks go limp. They talk about the business. This is the time of the show where it gets a little unsexy. We'll get back to sexiness in a second. Where we talk about the business and everything. And with you, because of course I'm pretty sure you done came in the game working with experienced talent, which I know shapes your thought process on how you pick talent to work with. So, what do you take into account outside the content house? Because the content house is easy because you
Mhm.
got people there, they're professional. We're talking about these motherfuckers don't hit you in the DM. What does it take for Miss West to say, yes, I will work with you on a content trade?
Okay, so um, I'll be honest. I like a decent sized penis, but that's not the first thing. I just how they approach me.
Mhm. I,
You know,
I had an argument about the dick size thing, but we'll get to that in a second. Go ahead.
yes, because I'm not saying it has to be like Boswell Black every time. No, but so no, but just how like when like the way Kyle approached me, the way Jay Black approached me, you know, it was like I said, it wasn't I want to fuck your feet. It was, I get tested on a regular basis. I've worked with this person. I have references.
Mhm.
And so when they're professional, and then I just go on their page and see who they've worked with and see who follows them. And, usually it's when it's someone really known, it's, I'm like, oh, I usually know
Yeah,
who it is.
it's easy.
And so, I've been approached by some pretty, big names and, and so I have some things coming up and I'm really excited about. Um, I have a little fun little Vegas trip planned in December
Ooh.
to get away and get some work in before it's time to hibernate.
Yeah,
And it's cutting it close. It's cutting it close, but they said they would work with me, and I am so happy.
that's
Um,
good.
yeah, I got some coverage. My mom will be here, and so she can watch the little one for
Mhm.
free, and I don't have to worry. Yeah, my little one has some extra special needs, and so
Oh, I know.
yeah, so
Yeah,
my
I have
mom will be
autistic. I
here.
have an autistic grown son, so yeah.
My That's what my son has. He has autism, and so my mom will be here, and it's like I said, I asked a couple performers that live in Vegas, I know it's close to Christmas, but I'm gonna take advantage of my mom being here, and so
Mhm.
I'm gonna come out to Vegas for 2 nights, and so
Mm.
I've got like so far two performers that are gonna work with me. So I'm gonna get out of the house for a little bit. I also want to have a little Vegas fun because I really like Vegas. And
Now,
yeah.
now you harping on the dick size thing because I had this argument a while back. It was a Twitter argument because I said that back in the day, and still to this day, because I'm talking to other ladies, that companies ask for the profile pics. Period. Front, back, side, nude. For guys, you know what it is. He has to send a dick. One of the pictures had to be a dick picture. And she was like, "Oh, that's sexual harassment. That's this, that's that." I said, "Do you understand that porn money is made off of big dicks fucking chicks? We don't want to see a boyfriend dick. Dudes want to see a big dick and the girl take it. Period. And there's such thing as porn dick and there's such thing as boyfriend dick. Period. So it's kind of like, because trust me, if you think, ladies, go ahead and fuck a 6-inch dick that ain't that thick and see if that scene is going to sell or you're going to get dragged. You're going to get dragged by the males just watching the shit. They're going to be like, damn, you couldn't get a bigger dick. I got a bigger dick than you.
So I'm not like, I prefer to have really good chemistry with who I'm working with. Oh, I also I'll usually ask if they'll FaceTime with me too. And literally everyone that I've asked to FaceTime with me instantly does. And so that's another thing. It's like there's no, oh, well, my phone's broken. Like, no,
Yeah.
they will instantly FaceTime me. And so Porter Rock, sweetheart. But
I know Porter Rock gonna jump and shoot at your sexy ass.
I would love to shoot with him again. He's another one
good.
that kind of I don't know why, because he's like the sweetest person in porn, but for some reason he doesn't. I don't want to say he intimidates me, but I'm like like afraid to ask him to work with me again. I don't watch this, Porter Rock. No, I'm playing. But yeah, he's a sweetheart. I loved working with him. He said he liked working with me. I hope he really did, because he is so nice. I loved working with him. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I'm stoned.
See, I ain't the only one that go through that shit, goddamn. You be talking, you be like, wait a second, what was the point I'm trying to make? Damn, I shouldn't say that.
I know, I do it all the time. It's just a stoner thing, but like I'm a mom, so I can blame it on a couple things, like, oh, mom brain, or oh, I'm a stoner,
Oh my goodness. So when it came now with the OnlyFans, because a lot of girls, because of course a lot of people think what we do is easy, but we talked about that a little bit. It's a lot of work that what we have to do, from the editing to marketing to all that stuff. Part of the reason why I do this podcast is to show people that these ladies are very fucking brilliant. Just because they suck a dick and fuck doesn't mean that they dumb as fuck. You actually got to be smart to be successful in this business. Period.
Yeah.
From picking the right people to even how you market your scene and everything.
Yeah.
So with you, like, did you walk in thinking that this was easy?
No. I am still terrified, and that's something else I'm learning every day. I'm playing on my laptop. I just like signed up with Loyal Fans, and so I'm gonna start working on that. And I feel like I feel like it's slow, but then I'm also very impatient and want immediate results. So
you just in your
I
first
don't
year.
think it's,
You're just in your first year.
Yeah, exactly. And like a lot of people have told me, like, you're gonna spend a lot more the first year, maybe even 2, like on testing and hotels and traveling.
Yeah.
It's all gonna pay off. And you know what? Like, I've already made some great connections, and I can see like going in that direction. And so like that's why I booked that Vegas trip. But I always get travel insurance. I'm just gonna say that everybody get travel insurance. You never know when you have to. I mean, especially in this business, but yeah, like I'm being really optimistic. I've changed my life in a lot of ways. Oh, I'm here.
I know. Just turn your camera on and back off.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
But like I just, like a lot of people have have had a rough life, and
Mhm.
I wanted to change things and give my son this great life that he
Yeah.
deserves. And we both have been through a lot, and so
Mhm.
I've met some really great people. And there's like this stigma about men in porn, and I know there's assholes everywhere, and I've heard of them, and I've met a couple of them, but I'll tell you what, I've been with some of the most respectful men in this industry, you know, um, kind of like, I I love how they're very good about, you can be filming and you won't know that they've whispered in my ear, "Are you feeling okay? Is that all
Yeah.
right?" I love the respect that I get
But
from
see, it's because they respect the business. A lot of guys who
Mhm.
come into business don't respect the business, doesn't respect the women in it.
Yeah.
No,
And
period.
so far I've worked with such nice men, and so yeah, I really, I think it's gonna go well. I think, and I see how it's like a process and how it's
Mhm. Oh,
grueling
it's a
and
marathon, not a sprint. Trust believe. 15
yeah.
years male talent, you know what I'm saying? 20 years in the business itself. Nah, because even to the point where I didn't get my first check for a year. First sale for 6 months. I damn near almost quit.
Yep.
But then it started to flow. It's hard to do this full time because people don't realize it's a job, career
Hmm.
job, whatever you want to call it, because you got to put the work in. You got to put in the marketing, the
Hmm.
editing. You have to be consistent. You have to be able to film on a regular basis. Period. Um, because like I said, into the point, and even take advantage of the different ways that girls can make money within the industry,
Hmm.
from the fetish side of things to the kink side of things to shit, hell, dick ratings. Hey, that's money maker. Do you do
I
solo?
know. I should have to. I am open to that. No, someone. Blah, 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 I'm sorry. So far, no. So far, like, one person asked me if I do dick ratings, and I was like, sure, and then he never went anywhere.
Well, you just got to
Uh,
put it out there. Like, just put out there with a tweet, like, yeah, accepting dick ratings. You know,
you know what else? Like, I'm surprised I haven't done more. Like, a lot of guys like my feet, and so I'm just surprised. Like, a lot more people aren't asking for foot content because I put
well,
it out
see,
there.
the reason why, because one, you have to put it out there for them to know. It's kind of like the old adage, build it and they will come. Just like with me, I didn't wait till I had people asking for a subscription side of my podcast. I gave it to them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with you is you have to do some pictures, take pictures of your feet, do different pictures where you're posing and you're showing your feet and your
Oh,
feet.
I do. I
You feel what
pick
I'm saying?
my bong up. That's how Kyle found me.
Yeah.
Is I was picking up my bong with my feet.
And then of course you do a couple of fetish videos that involving feet, whether you're squishing cake or something, or even if you're doing a foot job on a dude. Because the thing of it is they seeing you do it, they know that it's available. It's just like no difference if they see a white girl with nothing but white men and they're looking for interracial. They're not going to go to her site until she drop an interracial scene. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Period. Even when I used to think about it, like I used to recruit girls, and I recruit a girl that's skinny, and she'll look at my shit and say, "Am I the one for you? Cause I see you have a bunch of big girls." Woman, I hit you up. Maybe I wanted to try a different market for a
Yeah.
second. Am I allowed to?
Yeah. I've been asked if I only shoot with BBCs,
Uh,
and I do shoot. I'm open to everybody. It's
you
just so
can't
happens
help
that,
that the only people that been contacting you has been BBC.
well, and I have had others. It's just, but mainly lately, and I know it. As time goes on and more people get to meet me and everything, I'll get to shoot with more people. But you know, my start so far, and the first guy I shot with was white, but
Mhm.
yeah, so far most of my scenes,
But see,
but
but you can't help it because let's keep it 100. What's the top selling shit in the racial? It's king. It's king in porn. So they want to see what's your ethnicity?
black and white.
She's mixed race. You feel me? Which I kind of figured that if you was not mixed, you were Hispanic or
Yeah, my
probably
great grandmother was from Spain.
yeah.
So
So it's
there's
kind
some
of
in
like,
there, poquito.
see, Paquito, Español. But but the thing of it is that one of the reasons why you are marketable because you fit different ethnicities. You can give me black, you can give me a white girl, depending on how your hairstyle is. You can give me Hispanic. You can go as far as go Arabic if you want to.
I get that a lot.
Period. And that is going to hold you well industry wise because as you start filming more, you're going to watch how the bookings start coming because you can check so many boxes with ethnicity.
Yeah. But yeah, my mom is, a white lady.
Mhm.
My dad's a black man, and he's he's real funny.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So with that being said, as people know, the game is getting more extreme. People want more extreme shit. So we're about to have a little fun with this. So do you do anal?
Mm,
Made a call.
no, but there's a but. No pun intended. So I had bad experiences with anal in my 20s.
Okay.
When you're just when you don't know what you're doing and your boyfriend just rams it in, it doesn't feel good, okay? And so that was my experience every time he'd be like, let's try it, it'll be better this time. No, it won't. And so I knew, now that I'm in this safe environment where I'm like, I've gotten to be with women, sorry, I want to like try new things. And so I feel like I got cheated out of the enjoyment because
Anal, yeah.
I see so many people enjoying it. And so I'm like, maybe there's something to this. And
Mhm.
like my sister, she doesn't film porn, but she told me she loves it. She's like, they have to know how to put their dick in right. And they have to know how to fuck your ass right, or it's not gonna feel good. She goes,
Uh,
let me tell you. She's like, let me
the,
tell you, sis, if they know how to do it, she goes, it is
it
the
feels good.
best.
Now, because see, the key of it is you can't rush. And okay, you have to one prep the asshole.
Yeah.
Two, you have to catch her when she is definitely at her horniest. Period. That's why when you eat the pussy, you eat the ass too, sir. Sorry.
They love it.
You need to eat the ass. That's part
They
of it.
like doing it to me, so
You know what I'm saying? I love eating ass. I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as
that's
she
a
didn't.
new one too for me. I'm just like, and there's a couple scenes where like Jay will surprise me and get in there, and my face is like, because I'm like, he's in there, he's in my
Yeah.
mouth.
You
He
know what I'm
loves it.
saying? And then he has to be at his hardest. Because if not, soft dick going in an asshole ain't gonna work. And he has to take his time. Part of it
Yes,
is one, he tries to get the head in. Once you see he got a little bit of the head in, dude, stop. Let her work the rest of it. Let her
that's
work the rest of it.
well. I want to give it a chance.
Mhm.
So I went on Amazon and bought 3 butt plugs, beginner ones, small, and then I was talking to a performer at Spooktacular, and I
Mhm.
was telling her, I was like, I'm warming up to it. I wanna open up to it. I want to try it.
Yeah,
So
because you got to prep your ass, especially on film situations.
yeah, so
Um, because girls don't realize the week of she's wearing a butt plug. Also, you gotta be mindful of what you eat. Two, you need to get an enema the
yeah,
day
I've
of.
heard. I That's something else I saw at the Richard Mann event. Like every bathroom, the trash can had enemas in it. So I was like,
Yeah,
that's a new one for me too. A lot of
yeah,
ammo going on.
because I've been there when the shit hit the fan, ladies and gentlemen.
I've heard stories. I've heard stories. Yeah.
I
So
done fucked the shit out of a woman before. Actually, more than once, but I
oh my
digress.
God, I've heard stories about that. So I have no problem. I actually have like stuff for
Yeah,
like
I'm
corona.
sorry. And the situation that happened with me, it was just like I was hitting it. I wasn't even in the ass. That's the sad part. I was in the pussy. And she came and so did the shit. I'm sitting there
Ugh.
like, that just like,
Oh no.
I done fucked the shit out of you. That's exactly what I said.
I would have started crying. I would have
Oh
started.
man, I went and cleaned it all, and like and this also the professional side of it because see, this what you got. Most guys would have lost it.
Yeah.
Me, I didn't lose shit. We went right back to it. Period. Because sometimes you can't help what happens on set. It happens.
Right. I
Sometimes a girl
know.
come on period on set.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
had I had where I was shooting and he was like I wasn't on my period, but he made me bleed a little bit with his huge penis.
I made a mistake and ripped the girl. It was her first time ever being with a black dude,
Yeah,
and she was in a lesbian relationship. So that means she wasn't used to my type dick.
she wasn't really used to dicks at all.
Yeah, so it was like
Oh,
me. I said, "Damn, I didn't mean to rip you. I feel so bad."
oh, honey, she's gonna take a few weeks off.
Mm. Oh, and don't
Poor
get it
thing.
twisted, dudes. Our dick can get broke because
I
I've
know.
seen a male talent dick get broke.
I took human sexuality in college, and then Dennis Rodman. I've heard him tell stories about he's broken his dick like 3 times and has had to have the surgery to. Yeah, you guys got to be careful. Don't break your dicks.
Yes, Lord, and trust me,
I
they ain't no
heard that
good
that's
thing.
like one of the most like a penile fracture is like one of the most painful things a man can go through besides getting kicked in the balls.
Oh my God, my dick was hard and ass limp now. Thank you, but
Well, I'm sorry about that,
no,
but
no. Now you done did two guys at once. Are you looking to do a game bang in the future?
so here's the deal. I do want to work my way up to anal, and I was telling this performer that gave me some butt plug advice,
Mm-hmm.
um, and how to get started in that. I still haven't started yet, but when I'm ready, because I said eventually I would like to do a gangbang, and I'd like to do DP one day. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then airtight, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
there's like goals I have, and so in order to do that, I have to like but like the tiniest butt plug I have, I look at it. I take it out of the little case and
Like,
I
do I
look
feel like
at it.
missing my ass today?
Yeah, I'm like, but like, and she told me, she's like, just like put it up there and wear it for an hour. I'm like, an hour?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, yeah, one time I wore mine for 5 hours at a swinger party. I was like, and she
Yeah,
goes, and she's like, and it was a bigger one. And I was like, okay, I can do this. She's like, yeah, you can totally do this. And so I like that, like, also I can get advice from people and no one's like, God, you've never done that. It's just like,
mm-hmm.
oh, that's okay. Like, you can just do this. And they'll give me like good advice. And so, yeah, so I can like warm up to it and stuff. But yeah, I want to eventually get to the anal and do that and then but yeah. I've been approached about gangbangs a couple of times, but then I tell them I don't do anal or double
Mm-hmm.
vag yet or anything. And so I know that's kind of on the back burner, and that's okay because I know that I'll get there.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
you don't want to be that girl that does everything in the first year.
no, yeah, that too. And like you have to understand, like I'm one of those that like when I started doing this, because like that's the men would ask me, is there any hard no's? I'm like, don't touch my butthole. And so I don't like it at all. Like I'm big time don't touch my asshole. And so but they would always want to like lick it a little bit.
I'm sorry, it's right by the pussy. You might as
And you
well.
know what, like my friend asked me, she goes, when it happened, it happens, and she asked me, did you like it? And I said, I didn't dislike it. And I let him do it again. So I guess I liked it. And so I'm warming up to it. But yeah, like if you would have met me in March, I was like, don't touch my asshole. It's not happening. So
Now she just
I'm
bend over and parted like, go ahead, put your tongue back there, buddy. Go ahead, lick it.
not yet. Not yet. But but like I'll
So,
let him get back there a little bit and kiss on it a little because
so
they're
are
so
you into
excited.
BDSM? Are you into BDSM?
I've never done that.
Okay.
I don't want to get like hit really hard though, or like my hair, like I don't want to get abused though.
Oh no, I can see you be like a bondage scene type situation with you.
Yeah, I'll do a little
Um,
bit of that, but like I've seen some really extreme stuff where there's like some welts and
yeah.
cuts on women. I don't want any brute, like I
Oh
don't
no,
want to
no,
get
you're
beat
not a
up.
pain slut. You're not a pain.
No, 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 no.
So no, cause like even like if I worked with we did a BDSM scene, it would be like bondage, and I just fuck the brakes off of you type situation. You know, period.
Hmm.
I don't see you as one that's into humiliation and no shit like that. So
No.
I didn't think I can call you a bitch or a slut or whore. So I would have to treat you. I have to be a daddy dom, like,
So
yeah, yeah, baby, you like that shit, huh, baby?
so I so here's the deal with that. I No one really calls me a bitch when I've been filming with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind slut at all. I think that we are a bunch of cock hungry sluts. That's why we're important. And so, not you guys, but you know, but I didn't like the word whore, and then it's just one that I've had to like warm up to. I don't have to get called it while I'm filming, but I noticed like Mr. Nuts, and I
Yeah.
didn't tell him this because I didn't want him to feel bad, but like it's in like I have a do's and don'ts list, and I don't want to be called whore
Mm-hmm.
while being filmed. But slut's
Mm-hmm.
okay, and like dirty daddy's dirty slut and stuff like
Yeah, but see,
yeah.
that's the other thing about finding out what type of porn star you are. You know,
Yeah.
period. To where you kind of understand. You know what I'm saying? Not every girl is meant to do BDSM. Not every girl meant to do anal. You know, it's finding what works for you. Because I tell females, don't do anything that one you're not interested in trying, and
Yeah.
two you don't do normally in your sexual life to begin with.
Okay.
You know, period.
Yeah, that's a good one because like I was telling someone that I've been seeing for a few years, like I'm kind of warming up to anal, and he was like, "Would you let me do it?" And I was like, I said, once I'm more comfortable with, I said I have to get comfortable with putting these damn butt plugs in by myself first.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I do feel like I got cheated out of it, and so I feel like I want to like give it another shot
Yeah.
with guys because porn guys, like I had a friend and she's like, what's it like? And because we've known each other for a long time, and I don't know if she expected me to do this, and so she was just like, I just have to know what it's like. And so I was just like, I'll tell you what it's like. And I showed her a picture of a certain performer's dick and hard, and it was like this big, and I was like, that's what it's like. I said, we deserve this. We're wonderful moms. Like, we're tired. We're doing this by ourselves. Like, I said, I deserve to have this as a job.
Yeah, actually. Because see, 9 times out of 10, you guarantee good dick. Now mind you, it's on camera, but it's still good dick.
But that's like, all jokes aside, like, the porn guys know how to not hurt you.
Bingo.
They know how to make it enjoyable. And so that's why I'm like, get I think about it, and I'm like I can do this and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm going in with an open
Mhm.
mind because when I started in March, it was like I said, nope, just no, it's not ever happening. And then I got to thinking about it, and I just see these performers and they're enjoying it and they're coming everywhere, and I'm like,
Because the beauty of porn is it gives us the grace of discovery sexuality wise.
yes,
Because
yes,
we don't know, because sometimes we're afraid to try something, we don't know if we like it. Because we
yeah,
either worried about what the next person think,
hmm,
actually what the next person think, really, to be honest with you. That
or
was
if something embarrassing's gonna happen,
yeah,
you know.
period. Because even with me, like when like I had my ass ate out well before porn. You know what I'm saying? But it was like when I had to do one, I was like, okay, I don't want to look like a goof getting my ass ate out. Then when I went back and looked, I said, actually, it's kind of hot.
Yeah. Every guy's doing it now. So
Hell
that's
yeah,
like
goddamn. I ain't scared to get spread eagle and spread my ass eagle. She eat
I
the ass.
don't I still but that's still a hard no as I don't eat anyone's ass. I did uh, I did eat someone's I did eat Mia's.
That means you eat mine. That means you like me.
Mia's like special though, so you guys will just have to see. But
Oh
yeah,
my.
I I'm excited that I get to try it in a
Mhm.
experience safe environment. I'm excited to
Yeah.
like so I just have to like rip the band-aid off and put the butt plug in. You know, my
Let me
friend's
tell
like,
you what's
why don't
funny
you
when
just do it
she
while
gonna
you're
be
in the
like,
shower? Huh?
I said, and watch the next time when if she do it before the next time she come, why she say I loved it
Right.
because it's funny like a lot of girls that didn't like the kind of like with you they had a bad experience with it. Once they did it in porn, oh my god, they loved it. They
That's what
loved
I
it,
keep
especially the
hearing.
orgasm that they got from
Yes.
doing anal.
Oh, I'm
It's
ready.
way more intense than vaginal.
You want to hear something crazy too? Is right before I shot my first scene, when I was still 41, I discovered that I'm a squirter. I didn't even know that I could do that. And now I've had to buy 2 mattress covers from Amazon because I don't know how to make it happen.
Mhm.
I can feel it when it's so like I'm gonna have to ask one of these girls that squirts a lot, like,
I
or I'll
think
just have to get comfortable with my body and keep trying.
it's
But
one drinking a lot of water, so you already had the water,
oh yeah, I have
and
so much
then
water.
and it also involves the G spot because he has to hit the G spot enough to where it's enough pressure to where you know what I'm saying. Because I had a homegirl that taught herself how to squirt, and I'm sitting
Yeah,
there looking at her like, how the fuck you taught yourself to squirt?
it happened by accident. Both times that I've made myself do it masturbating, it's
Mm,
been by accident. I'm like, oh, and it's always in the morning after I've had my first pee, and I'm like, no, but I'm like one of those that has to drink. I drink like one of these a night
mm,
throughout the night, and so I'm always like really hydrated.
mm.
And when it first happened, I was just like, what the hell? And I was so excited. It happened on February 28th. I know the date. I was
She
so
know the date.
I was so excited. I was like, I am a squirter. And then um guys can like that you guys can feel it when we're gonna
Yeah.
do it. And so they know when I'm gonna do it, but I don't. I know I can feel it happening and I'm like, this
Mm.
is it. But I can't like the way these girls can spray it out and can like and
Yeah,
control it
I would
like that.
ask you how hard do yours spray, or yours
So
just come out.
so okay, so when I was shooting with Kyle Starr, we did a wilderness scene
Mm,
back in June. We did, and like I was a rich bitchy wife and he was a personal trainer. He fucking he was fucking me from behind and I squirted just big time all over the plants. I mean, just squirting hardcore. And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, and you know, it was just amazing. And then we did a 2-part scene. And so
mm,
we did part of it out in the wilderness and part of it in a hotel. So we could do a 2-parter. And I ended up, I feel really bad for the maid because I ended up squirting. I squirted like a puddle, like this big
mm.
on the carpet by the bed.
I
Like,
love squirters because what I
yeah,
used to love was like them. I catch it in my mouth, and while I'm eating, I spit it right back on the coochie.
yeah. Well, I don't know, like, how, yeah, it was pretty intense. Jay Black has made it happen. So there's a couple, they just know how to, you know. So I know it's going to come with time, though. I'm so optimistic about all this. Like, I'm like, it's going to come with time. I'm going to be projectile squirting guys from across the room in no time. So it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, because see, because what people realize is that especially when you start getting hit up about bookings, paid bookings. Um, the more I always say that the more a girl does, that's whether it's porn or even just making money in porn. Females that do it all have the best chance of making money and the best chance of advancement in this business.
Yeah.
Because if I'm looking for a girl that might squirt, boom. If I got a girl a lot of these come looking for girls that do anal, period. Looking for girls to do, threesomes and stuff like that, or girl, girl, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the more you check off the boxes, the more chances that you get,
Yeah.
period. Not only just with the major company, but also with major talent,
Yeah.
because they know that what their fan base is looking for. And
Mm-hmm.
like even with me, like I hated the female that couldn't do role play. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing about. Well, I don't read the script. It ain't the script. It's improv. If you can't, all I do is tell you the bullet points, and you do it how you would normally do
Yes.
it. Is you.
Oh, that's my time to shine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that when I get to just, especially when I get to be a real bitch. You know, I really like
See,
doing
see,
that.
I would have had you do some bitches things too. You would have been my bitch ass boss.
Yeah, me and Kelly we're so good together. Even though we're great together. Just tearing. Yeah, she's awesome. And like at the end of the scene, she's like,
You know what I think a scene would be hot for both of y'all to do. It's even though it's not it's a non-touch threesome, as I like to call it. That means the females do not necessarily interact; they're just about to do.
yeah,
That one is the current girlfriend, the other one is the ex, and the current girlfriend catches the boyfriend cheating with the ex, and then the whole time, and both of them is mean as fuck to this dude, because the ex didn't know that he had a girl. It still end up being a fuck scene, but it's just more of they talking shit like, well, since you want to fuck both of us, why don't you go ahead and fuck both of us now, you son of a bitch? Eat her pussy. Eat it good, goddamn it.
yeah, you asshole.
You better fuck me good in front of her, you piece of shit.
That's how I was in the devil scene. Uh, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hearing a female be mean during a sex scene is actually kind of a turn on for a lot of dudes.
Hmm.
Because even with some of my scenes where the girl was mean to me, that sold better than when I was the dominant. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like if she was my boss,
That's
or
another thing about me. I'm very submissive, very sweet.
I
I mean,
think
I totally slut it up though. Don't get me wrong. It's I'm like, I
I
get,
can tell you a sweetheart that day.
I get down with
You
it.
walk in the room, I want to give you a big hug.
Yeah, I'm like real sweet.
Oh my God! Well, people,
I'll bake you cookies.
mm,
Yeah,
I would
I
love to eat.
bake.
I would love to eat your cookies.
I can make some with weed in them too.
Ooh, that's even better.
Oh my god, I had my mom's elderly friend came with me and I had like regular cookies and then I had these little tiny cookies which were clearly weed cookies. And she comes and sits down and pops one in her mouth and I'm like, it was like slow motion. I was like, no, that's weed. And luckily it was Christmas Eve and so she like spit it out, but she ate it like a little bit of
Oh,
it.
that's oh man. See, you done gave me an idea for another scene. See, yeah, yeah. With the cookie, the dude eat the cookie, and
Mm,
he gets horny.
yeah. Like, oh, this cookie, that's for my husband that has horny Viagra in it.
Oh my God, you know something. See, that's why I need to see. I can't wait till I get to the point where I can start directing some of these scenes, because boy, y'all gonna see some fire coming out my camp.
I
So,
mean,
oh
you
my
see the
God.
productions that they put on. Like, I, I want to. I'm gonna have to tell Fred. Like, I want to do something like that with you and Kelly, and like where they have some big production. Like it looks so fun, and
Yeah.
plus I love acting with Kelly. We have a
Because
great.
it was the point, like I've been said this, I said we do need to step our game up. We need to step up our storytelling. Cause I saw she did the female Punisher, the
Yes.
milk lady, all that. And like I told her, I said it because we talked about it. Mr. Nuts and Richard Mann does this full time. This is
Yeah.
their job. Think what type of scenes that they shoot. That should tell you them the type of scenes they're gonna get you money. Because people get sick and tired of that 6 minute hit it from the back shit. People want
Yeah.
a storyline. They want a story to follow that leads to the porn. It's nothing worse. Like I never forget, this girl did a gangbang. She was a nun. She didn't do no nun shit. They just got around and started fucking. I'm like, you know how fun that would have been that she lined them motherfuckers up with a ruler and slap on the ass like, let me see your dick, you son of a bitch. You're going to hell if I don't see your dick.
You like women to dominate you, don't you?
It see, I'm a dom first and foremost, but what I like with porn is you always see the man is the dominant.
Yeah.
To me, I wanted to shoot some porn scenes where she was dominant.
Yeah,
I like period. That. She the aggressor, because in porn you never see the female take the aggressive role so much. It's always the man is the boss. The man starts the action. The man pushes it. But to me, the sexual scenes is when the female pushes the action, meaning that she the one being seductive. She the one being, seducing him. He's the reluctant one versus she's the reluctant one, period. So it kind of like one of my favorite scenes I ever saw on Brazzers was this female and the husband and her boyfriend went to go get her hair done. The hairdresser fucks the boyfriend while she's getting her hair done. And it wasn't him that was flirting with her. It was her pushing up on him while she got her eyes closed, getting her hair white.
Nice.
I want to suck your dick, right? Shirt over here.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? She got the thing over her head, because when you got the thing over your head, when you get
your
head,
you can't
hear shit. Period. So it's kind of me, it's sometimes it's good to switch up, because one part of that is it also, how can I put this, opens you up to the guys that like to watch a dominant woman.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Period. And it also lends you to be more of a sex symbol.
Yeah. And that just kind of reminded me that I have now one of those scenes with my devil scene where I am.
See, I could just tell she's just so laid back like Kelly. Cause it feel like I'm talking to Kelly.
I'm super chill.
Cause where you and Kelly, I'm listening to her voice, but like, damn, she sounds just like Kelly.
Whatever.
You sound like Kelly out there.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say though is like I got to learn. I got to kind of watch behind the scenes. Like at the July event, I did a lot of shoots for my first event. Like I ended up, I was invited for one day and ended up getting to stay 3. And I was shooting 2 scenes a day on top of shoots I had outside. So I was busy. And this time I wasn't as busy. And so I got to observe, and I sat in on an orgy. And they were like, are you going to participate? I'm like, nope, not ready yet. But I would love to like see how it goes. And so that was really fun to watch and kind of sit back and like, and sometimes someone would look over at me. I'd be like,
if I'm looking over, like, you need to be over here.
I know. But yeah, it was fun to watch. And then I got to watch, Kelly film and, so I just I like what I take away from all these experiences, and like it kind of helps me figure out how I want to navigate through this, Oh,
yes. And with that being said, people, we're at the end of a wonderful episode. And you know what that means, people. You know I gotta ask. Can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yes.
There you go, people. She will be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and for my premium smokers, we will be bringing her over to the Excite Bunny for the premium smoke room. Y'all know what it is. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 3 wonderful tiers. You know what I'm saying? So as you go up in the tier, you get way more perks. You feel me? And what happens in the premium smoke room stays in the premium smoke room. Titties pop out. Dildos pop out. They might go nude. You don't know unless you subscribe. And for my premium smokers on Spotify, that's audio. But if you want to continue to be subscribed over there, by all means, please do. Just remember, if you want to see the video, you gotta go to Excite Buddy. Because like I said again, Premium Smoke Room is the safe place for our industry. So with that being said, baby girl, Miss Ray West, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, baby.
I have it all my links. I have OnlyFans. If you go on my bio on my Twitter, you can see it's I'm so sorry, I'm so stoned. It's allmylinks.com/Ray West. I think 817. I have to check. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, because the link will be in the description.
Thank you so much.
There you go. And two, we also gonna get her on the Blazing Goddess Hour, because I would love to have her on that show so her and Kelly can chop it up. So I can hear the sexy voices. Because you got a sexy ass voice, baby. I ain't even gonna front. So
thank you so much.
Goodness.
Thank you so much.
Ain't so much we ain't get to talk about. We ain't talk about swinging. We ain't talking about it. So yeah, she will be back, people. So with that being said,
thank you for having me. This was great.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I can't wait to bring you back. I enjoyed not only talking to you but looking at you as well.
Well, thank you so much. This was like my first interview podcast. This was great. Thank you.
I'm glad I was able to break your podcast cherry.
Well, thank you so much. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So with that being said, we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You haven't learned anything. Smoke this over. Miss Ray West, say goodbye to the smokers.
Bye, guys. Mwah.